You won't believe what Margaret Josephs just said about Teresa Giudice and Luis Ruelas. And trust me, it's more intense than any Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion you've ever seen. Imagine being so done with someone that you declare them completely dead to you. And yes, Margaret didn't hold back. In a recent BILF Pod interview, she made it crystal clear. There's absolutely no chance of making amends with Teresa, no matter what happens. She even admitted she doesn't care what happens to Teresa's controversial husband, Luis Ruelas. Can you even imagine this level of coldness on reality TV? If you're as shocked as we are, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel because we are just getting started. The drama only escalates from here, and you do not want to miss a single moment. Margaret's words are ruthless. When asked if she would ever be friends with Teresa again, she didn't hesitate for a second. Never, she said. And when she emphasizes never, she means it. I will never acknowledge her again. I will never look at her again. I don't want to have anything to do with her. Never in a million years, she added. That's right, a million years. The kind of intensity that makes you sit up straight and think, wow, this isn't just reality TV, it's reality. But here's the twist. Even though Margaret is completely done with Teresa, she claims she doesn't wish any real harm on her former friend. She has horrible issues. I pray that she gets out of them for the sake, because I did have a relationship with her at one point. So I don't want anything bad to happen to her or her daughters or her family, Margaret explained. The contrast is chilling. She's cold as ice when it comes to friendship, but still somehow keeps a shred of humanity in her words. And then there's Luis. Oh yes, Margaret made it crystal clear. She couldn't care less about what happens to him. Her husband, I could give too what happens to him, she stated. Ouch. That line alone is bound to set the internet on fire. Real Housewives of New Jersey fans, you know that kind of statement doesn't just make headlines. It becomes meme material overnight. Margaret didn't stop there. She drove the point home by saying, I'll never have a relationship with her again. No. Those days, that ship has sailed. By the way, when you're dead to me, you're dead. And that's it. And she's dead to me. And just like that, she closed the chapter on one of the most talked about friendships in Real Housewives of New Jersey history. But wait, it gets worse. The podcast host reminded Margaret that she usually gives people second chances, but Margaret snapped back. She had already given Teresa endless chances. Let that sink in. Endless chances. She didn't just count one or two instances. She endured a lifetime of chaos, drama, and betrayal on national television. Remember the infamous hair-pulling incident orchestrated by Danielle Staub? Margaret didn't forget either. She called out Teresa and her crew for throwing a table of food at her and doing horrible, horrible things. And here's the kicker. Margaret even said that some cast members behave more like toddlers in bodies than fully grown women. That's a shade that cuts deeper than any reunion fight. And the tension isn't just personal, it's about legacy. Real Housewives of New Jersey isn't just a show, it's a stage where reputations are made and broken. Margaret's declaration isn't just a statement about friendship, it's a statement about power. She's signaling that she's untouchable, that she won't be manipulated or drawn into the same chaotic cycles that some of her castmates seem trapped in. Can you imagine the next season if this tension continues? Will we see Teresa trying to mend fences while Margaret stays completely unshakable? Or will things explode even more spectacularly on camera? Real Housewives of New Jersey fans, this is the kind of drama that keeps you hitting refresh and rewinding scenes over and over. The feud between Margaret Josephs and Teresa Giudice isn't just a clash, it's a full-blown saga of betrayal, chaos, and reality TV history. Remember, this isn't something that happened overnight. These two were once close friends, sharing laughs, secrets, and the kind of bond fans dream about seeing on camera. But somewhere along the way, it all crumbled. And now, Margaret has made it crystal clear. There's no going back, not 1 inch. She's recounting incidents that will make any Real Housewives of New Jersey fans' jaw drop. The hair-pulling by Danielle Staub, orchestrated right under Teresa's nose, table-flipping fights, food being hurled like weapons. These weren't casual disagreements. Margaret calls them horrible, horrible things, And she's not exaggerating. These moments didn't just ruin friendships. They became iconic Real Housewives of New Jersey drama that will live in Bravo history forever. And yet, despite everything, Margaret is calm, almost eerily composed. She doesn't lash out wildly. She lays out the facts of betrayal with icy precision. "I've given endless chances," she reminds everyone. Think about that. Endless chances. That's patience worn thin by repeated drama, betrayal, and manipulation. On national television, with cameras capturing every reaction, every hurtful comment, every humiliation. Margaret's words also highlight an important reality. Power dynamics in Real Housewives of New Jersey aren't just about who talks the loudest. They're about who refuses to be manipulated. When she says Teresa is dead to me, it's not just a dramatic soundbite. It's a warning. It's a declaration that no amount of reconciliation, apology, or Bravo reunion theatrics can pull her back into the cycle of chaos. Margaret is drawing a line in the sand, and it's permanent. And let's not overlook Luis Ruelas, Teresa's husband. Margaret doesn't mince words. She literally says she doesn't care what happens to him. That level of detachment, combined with her willingness to speak candidly about these relationships, makes her both terrifying and fascinating to watch. Real Housewives of New Jersey viewers know that this is exactly the kind of ruthless honesty that keeps ratings high, speculation rampant, and fans talking for months. It's not just about the past, it's about the future. With Season 15 of Real Housewives of New Jersey still up in the air, viewers are left wondering, will Margaret's cold stance create new alliances? Will Teresa try to fight back? Or will she face the reality that one of her former closest allies will never welcome her again? Fans have seen reconciliations happen, like the Joe and Melissa Gorga reunion, but Margaret's refusal proves that some rifts are simply irreparable. And here's the kicker. Margaret isn't just protecting herself. She's redefining how viewers understand accountability on Real Housewives of New Jersey. She's saying that actions have consequences, and repeated betrayal isn't something you just brush under the rug. Real Housewives of New Jersey has always been about drama, but this is the kind of real-life consequence that makes viewers sit up and pay attention. No table flipping, no tears, no editing can mask it. Margaret Josephs is standing her ground. Real Housewives of New Jersey fans, this is a moment you don't want to blink through. The stakes are higher than ever. Friendships have been destroyed, alliances shattered, and Margaret's clarity about who she will and will not associate with has set the tone for what could be the most explosive season yet. Every episode now has the potential to deliver unforgettable confrontations, shocking moments, and jaw-dropping revelations that will dominate fan forums, social media, and every Bravo recap for weeks. So, here's the question for you. Do you think Margaret made the right choice by cutting ties completely? Or should she have tried to forgive Teresa one more time? Drop your thoughts in the comments because fans' opinions are part of what makes Real Housewives of New Jersey so addictive. And if you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe for full updates, recaps, and deep dives into every jaw-dropping moment of Real Housewives of New Jersey. The truth is, Margaret Josephs just reminded us why Real Housewives of New Jersey isn't just a reality show. It's a battlefield of loyalty, betrayal, and power. And this feud, it's far from over. Even if the cameras stop rolling, the words she said will echo for years to come. Margaret Josephs doesn't forgive easily, doesn't forget, and doesn't back down. And that, my friends, is why Real Housewives of New Jersey keeps us hooked season after season.